Now it's time to work on the items design. So I'm going to start by here saying menu, and then I'm going to say dot items. And for the items class, first of all, I'm going to give it a margin top. So there will be a margin top of 40px, just 40px. And then I'm going to move on to add a design to the LIs. So in the items, we have LIs. LIs, each LI represents one row. So in the style.css, I'm going to say menu.items li. And for the li, what I'm going to do here, by the way, items, and here items, because it's items. Make sure that the spelling is correct. So here for the li, the first thing that I'm going to specify is the list style none. List style none, because we don't want to display a list. It's not a list. It's not going to be a list. It's just going to be items. And then I'm going to say padding. So the padding top is going to be 15px, and also padding bottom 15 and left and right 0. Next, I'm going to add the transition. I'm going to say transition of 0.3 seconds ease. And for the li, for each li we have I. Each eye represents the icon. So each eye represents an icon. So for the icons, I'm going to say here menu dot items lii. So for each single icon, I'm going to say color. And then the color is going should be light color. It could be white, anything light. And I'm going to be using this color. I'm going to be using B1A296, which is a gray color that is light gray color. Let me refresh and show you the color. So as you can see, it's a light gray color. And also, I'm going to give it a width. I'm going to say width. So the width is going to be 30px, and the height is just going to be 20px, and the line height 30px, and the text align center, because we want to center the text. As you can see, there's a huge space here. And then below this, we want font size of 14px, and margin. So the margin 0 top and 10 right, 0 bottom, 25 left. And probably you know why I said here 25 left, because the left, we need more space from the left. Let me refresh, and as you can see now, it looks much better. There's here much bigger space, and here the space here is reasonable. It just looks amazing. Next, let's work on the A tag that's inside the li. So for each li, we have A tag, which represents the word, this word. And for each of these words, we need first to say here menu dot items lia. And then for each A, we want text decoration none. We want to remove the text below these words. And below it, I'm going to say color. I'm going to change the color. Obviously, the color must be light, must be white or something light. So the color, I'm going to be using the same color that I used earlier, which is B1A296. And the font weight would be 300px. Actually just 300. And the transition is going to be 0.3 ease. Let me now refresh and show you how this is going to look like. As you can see, the color is going to look like this. I think the color looks amazing. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a hover effect. And what hover effect means is that whenever I hover over one of these icons or items, I want something to happen. I want the color to change, or the background color to change, or something to happen to this item. So to do this, I'm going to say menu dot items li hover. So if I hover over the li, what I want to happen is that I want the background to change. So the background is going to be this color. I'm going to be using this color 253047, which is a dark color. Let me refresh and check this. So as you can see, it's going to look amazing. And I also want cursor pointer. Cursor pointer would make this element clickable. As you can see, there is this hand. As you can see, this hand being displayed because I said here cursor pointer. And this is for the hover effect. Next, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say here, nth child 1. We want the first one to have a border because this is the first element. We want to add borders to it because it's just the first icon. And to do this, I'm going to say menu items li nth child 1, the first child. So the first element, I should say, what I want to add is that I want to add border left. I'm going to say border left for px solid and white. The color is white. Let me show you what this is going to do to the first element. As you can see, there will be here kind of a line on the left side, which looks amazing. This is for this part. Lastly, I'm going to change the color of the A tag and also the I upon hovering over the item. And to do this, I'm going to say menu dot items li hover. If I hover over the li, I want the I, and I also want menu items li hover A tag. I want the A tag and the I both. I want both of them to change color. I want their color to be F3, F4, F6, and this is a white color. It's a very light white color. Let me show you this. Let me show you what's going to happen if I refresh. If I refresh and hover, as you can see, the text will go white. It's going to go white, which looks now brilliant. So now we are done with the design of the menu, and I think it's amazing. Next, we want to work on the image that will be displayed here.